chanting. And she stood up, and she wasn't shy. She goes, well, Swamiji, I really like it because it makes you feel really high. And the police don't do anything to you when you're high, like this. And Srila Prabhupada went, yes, yes. He appreciated her honesty. And she was just saying how she felt. That's what he asked. You can get high by chanting Hare Krishna. It doesn't cost anything. There's no after effects that are negative. It's all very nice. So that was that. And it came to other devotees who had been there for a while, like Mukunda. You've heard of Mukunda. Very famous devotee. He just repeated what he heard from Prabhupada. And that's all Prabhupada just wanted to hear. Are you listening? Do you understand? So it was very nice. And then at midnight, by midnight they'd given up their hunger. They were ecstatic. Could you imagine this? 8 o'clock in the morning, it's 4, that's 16 hours with Srila Prabhupada. Him telling us about Krishna. Him chanting and chanting japa with him for 16 hours with a pure devotee. I mean, that sounds like perfect, like a perfect day. So the devotees are very happy about that. And that was the first Janmashtami in America with Srila Prabhupada. So now we're in America. We're all new. Everyone's new. Nobody knows anything. We don't know who Krishna is. We don't know who Janmashtami is. We don't know anything. But so Prabhupada had to teach us everything. Everything. There was nothing that we were doing correctly. We did everything wrong. And Prabhupada put such emphasis on chanting Hare Krishna. It's the most important activity in this human life. We have the mouth and the ability to say Hare Krishna. The dogs can only try. And they do. Sometimes we hear dogs go, Hare! Hare! So close. At least you're trying. And the cats, Hare Krishna. So everyone's trying to chant Hare Krishna, but we have the ability to do it. So we have to take this opportunity. Now I'd like to do something a little different. And I'm going to ask my wife to start playing something for me. Because the holy name enters into your life. And you let it become the most important thing in your life. You have the ability to conquer birth, death, old age, and disease. The scientists can't figure it out. They don't have a clue. It's only the spiritualists who understand how to defeat this process. And this process is only defeated by chanting Hare Krishna. There's no other way. There's no other way. There's no other way. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, The more you allow your heart to feel, the more you experience Krishna everywhere. And this is a unique thing, because in the material world, if you open your heart up, you're scared, you're worried. You're with another person. What if they break my heart? So you have a wall, you keep it up. And unfortunately, this wall is what's keeping us here in the material world, because we are afraid to love Krishna. We're afraid to admit that He is the Supreme, not us. We want to believe it's us. It's natural for a conditioned soul to think that I'm almost as good as God. I'm really wonderful. I am. I've been told since birth how wonderful I am. People always used to look at me and go, oh, look at her. And you start to believe, yes, I'm very special. What's special about us? We're part and parcel of God. We're a spirit soul. We're part and parcel of God. That's special. But we're not God. And there is a God. And His name is Krishna. And if you accept that, and Prabhupada said, just accept it this one birth. Put all your chips in the middle. It's a Polish expression. Put all your chips in the middle. Krishna's God. I am not. My job is to serve Him. That's all you need to think about. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And we have a process to understand that. And it's chanting Hare Krishna. The more you allow your heart to chant, and that's really what it is. Let your heart take over the mind. The mind is always thinking, you could be home doing this, there's TV, there's Netflix, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's so many distractions to keep you from being Krishna conscious. Mind is set it up that way. You don't have to go out of your way to forget Krishna. The material world is set up for you to forget Krishna, not to remember. The only place that you can come is to see deities in our centers around the world, in temples everywhere. Remind you, there's Krishna, there's God. And that's why Srila Prabhupada went to all this effort and energy to establish 108 temples around the world. Now there's so many. But this is what is helping, is people can look and see the deity. Yes, there's Krishna. People can chant Hare Krishna. It doesn't cost anything. It's so simple. But you must put the effort into it. You have to open your mouth for a starter and say the words, Hare Krishna. You have to allow your heart to feel the mantra, because the mantra is Krishna. So allow that to happen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know, in the very beginning of this movement, the phrase was always chant and be happy. And that's very appealing to everybody. Chant and be happy. So if I chant, I want to be happy. It's very important. If you're not feeling happiness, whose fault is it? Is it Krishna's? Because Krishna's giving us this mantra. Yeah. There's something that you're holding on to that's keeping you from being happy. And unfortunately, that's all of us in this material world. We're holding on to so many things that we should be giving up. You don't give up your job, but maybe you give up the desire to have money so that you can enjoy the material world. There's a different motivation. You can do the same thing, but be motivated to do it differently. So real happiness comes when we release all of our attachments to this material world. Now that doesn't mean, see ya, wife, bye, I'm giving you up. Arjun, go away. I'm not going to be attached to you. That's not what that means. Because if you have a family, you try to practice Krishna consciously. If you can practice with them, they're an asset. They're not a liability anymore. They're an asset. And Srila Prabhupada even said that a householder is better than a sannyasi. If you have a beautiful wife and you're following Krishna consciousness, it's an asset. Your wife is helping you and you're helping her. Your children are Krishna conscious. It's an asset, not a liability. When I first became a devotee, there was this bus program with Vishnu Janand Swami and Tamal Krishna. Has anybody heard these names before? Okay. They had this program called Radha Damodar Traveling Bus. And they would go to temples and they would take all the brahmacharis out of the temples and they would preach to them by saying, if you come with us, you'll be able to stay away from women. Ooh. And you'll be safe in Krishna consciousness. Now when you're 22 years old and somebody says that to you and you just became a devotee, it's like, oh, I guess I better do this. This very advanced sannyasi is telling me I'll end up with a woman. Oh. So we were all getting this philosophy that women were like, who wants to be with a woman? I'd rather be a brahmachari. It's more glorious. I actually was approached by Vishnu John and Tamal Krishna, brought out onto the bus, just me and one other young brahmachari. Vishnu John Swami was the best kirtaniya in all of ISKCON. You could feel every word he said. It was amazing. And I'm sitting on this very small bus. Tamal Krishna, Vishnu John, myself, and one other brahmachari. He's leading this beautiful bhajan. And he hands me those little symbol things, and I feel like I'm part of it. And I'm playing along, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Oh, this is amazing. And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj, who was like the heavy, all right. Vishnu John was the, Tamal's the, he gave me the, you come with us, it's your only chance to stay Krishna conscious. You stay in the temple, you're gonna fall down, you'll end up with a woman, and next thing you know, you'll be in so much Maya. But I said, no. He looked at me like, uh-oh, he's gonna kill me. But I said, no, I'm gonna stay. But I realized by staying that women aren't so bad. This side of the room likes me now. Because we're all meant to be Krishna conscious. And it's not the women or the men that are bringing us down, it's ourselves. And that's what the philosophy is teaching us. So we need to get rid of everything that's keeping us in this material world. That's a simple process. Is it? Is it simple to give up all your attachments? It's not, is it? It sounds simple. It does. It sounds simple. But it's not simple. And we can always realize, like you can be thinking, my false ego is in a good place. I'm not thinking I'm the doer. It's Krishna. It's the mercy of Guru. I'm okay. And somebody might say to you, hey Jivanath, that kirtan really wasn't very nice. And I go, what? You're insulting me? Whoa, wait, I'm not the doer anyway, so, okay. But my ego got attacked. And that's when you realize it's really difficult to give up false ego, Like you can be, I'll stick with you guys. You can be the beautiful Mataji, like my wife. And she spends so much time getting ready. It looks great. And I'll go, your hair doesn't look so good. Whoa. She doesn't have a false ego? Oh, yes, she does. We all do. We just don't realize how strong it is. But that ego, the false ego, is what's keeping you in this material world. We have to give that up. And that's why service is very important. Just like our process, when we come in the temple room, or we see devotees, what do? We pay obeisances. We get down. We get down on the ground. What does that do? That's telling you, I'm humble. I'm trying to be humble. I'll get down. I'll pay my respects to you. I'll pay my respects to the deities. I'll pay my respects to the Guru. And that's helping us to understand this process. Trinada Pisuni Chena. That's the key. Do we know that verse? Lord Chaitanya says you must be lower than the straw in the street. More tolerant than a tree. That's not so easy. You're out in traffic riding and somebody cuts in front of you. Can you be tolerant to that? No, you're like, what are you doing? You're a crazy driver. Get out of here. You shouldn't be on the street. Go home. We lose it because we're not really tolerant. We may be tolerant when nothing's happening. We may be patient when we don't really need to be patient. But when it gets push comes to shove, it explodes because it's still inside of us. Our false egos get damaged. Our patience gets tested. Our intelligence gets overwhelmed. And that's one of the biggest problems in our life. Our intelligence is overwhelmed by the material energy. The material energy is keeping us from really understanding that we are a servant of God, and that is our duty in this lifetime, is to serve God. And the material energy is saying, no, your obligation is for yourself. Please yourself. I'll give you anything you want. What do you need? More rubies? Cigarettes? Alcohol? Drugs? I I have great drugs. They will keep you totally bewildered and confused. Is that what we want? We want to be totally focused on the goal of life. Nobody wants to come back here if you have a choice. If I say to you, okay, I'm Ritesh Gaur Prabhu. Do you want to go back to the spiritual world? Or do you want to take another birth in the material world? What do you think he's going to say? Let me think about that for a minute. Another birth in the material world, okay, old age, sickness, okay, I get that, yeah. Or back to the spiritual world, full of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. You're going to take the spiritual world. Well, we're giving that opportunity right now. We're telling you, you can go back to the spiritual world, or you can stay here. What do you want to do? Who wants to stay here? Huh? I mean, it's so much fun because you don't even know what kind of birth you're going to get next, right? It's exciting. You could be a dog on the street next time. Oh, it's so much fun. I can park in cars now. I can do anything. I can anywhere I want. You know? I love being a dog. It's ecstatic, isn't it? These are the things you're not even knowing what you're looking forward to. You don't know what your next birth is going to be. Why take a chance? Prabhupada once said to Alfred Ford, you know Alfred Ford, Ambarish Prabhu, who is basically funding the TOVP? He once first met Ambarish when he was still Alfred, Bhakta Alfred. And they introduced him to Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada said, oh, you are Ford? And Ambarish said, yes, my great-grandfather is Henry Ford, who started the Ford Motor Company. And Prabhupada says, yes, and where is he now? And Ambarish said, yeah, right, where is he? Who knows? I mean, he could have been the dog that I just walked past in the street. Who knows where he is? We don't know our destination. But if you want to buy a ticket back to the spiritual world, the price to pay, what is it? Chant Hare Krishna. That's your ticket. And you're paying for it every mantra. Every mantra that you chant is going in your spiritual bank account, which gives you the opportunity to go back to Godhead with that ticket. Why are we wasting these opportunities? This is an opportunity. You're sitting here. You're born in India. Boom. One on your credit list. You already know about Krishna. You didn't have to be raised in horrible America or cold and nasty Russia. You're in India, the birthplace of this whole spiritual process. You're already one step closer. Don't waste it. Don't blow it becoming attached to the material energy. Don't think that America is in a wonderful place. It offers so much. Oh my God, the supermarkets, the stores, it's fantastic. So much material opulence. No, it's terrible. The signs on the street are all going, stay, stay in the material world, stay, stay. That's all it's telling us. That's all it wants us to do, is to stay in the material world, not get out of here. We're talking here, go home, and I'm not talking back to your apartment. I'm telling you, go back to Godhead. Don't waste this life. Go back to Godhead. Let's get it over with. And the way to do it is to simply chant Hare Krishna. It's so simple. Why make it difficult? It's so simple. Let's chant. So this time I want you to see if we can just go a little bit deeper. Deeper means meditate on exactly what you are saying and exactly what you're hearing. The mantra, 16 words. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Very, very simple. Hare, Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare, Rama, Rama. So simple. Let's meditate on it. Let's really put our whole consciousness into it.
Don't think about your bills. Don't think about anything else. If it helps, close your eyes. Sometimes that helps. I don't want anybody falling asleep. Concentrate. Concentrate. Don't worry about who's sitting next to you, whether they hear you singing and you have a really bad voice. Don't worry about it. Just concentrate on the mantra. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, mantra is available to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are or even what you are. This mantra can be chanted and you can actually attain love of God. Love of God. And you can't love someone unless you know him or them or her. You can't. So how do we get to understand who is God? Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON, wrote so many books. He spent his life writing these books so that we can understand who is God. And these books are simply meant to help us to understand the philosophy behind Krishna consciousness. But Prabhupada once said, you don't even need to read these books. He spent his whole life translating them. And he said, you don't even need to read the books to get love of God, to understand this philosophy. You just simply need to chant Hare Krishna. I mean, really? It's that simple? And Prabhupada said, yes. You can become a lover of God in 1 second if you chant purely. So that is our goal. And how do we chant purely? We chant purely by giving up all these attachments to the material world. Now there's no point in me listing what attachments to the material world are. Everyone knows. Everybody knows what their attachments are. It's funny because we all are comfortable with our own attachments, our own maya or illusion. And sometimes we see others with their illusion or their maya and they think, they're in maya. They're an illusion, not me. Mine are secrets. And so we think it's okay to have a secret. But you don't have a secret from Krishna. He knows. First time I saw Srila Prabhupada, he looked me in the eyes. I was this close. Actually, I was even closer. I was like this. I was even closer than that. I was like this. Prabhupada looked me in the eyes, and I felt totally naked. Not undressed naked. I meant naked of all illusions that I was hiding something. He knew who I was, who I was been. He knew everything about me. And I felt totally stripped of all the walls that I put up, all the fake smiles, or the fake everything about me. He knew. And he just gave me that Indian head shake. And I thought, oh my gosh, he could see I'm not pure. I'm not even close. But he said, it's okay. It's okay. Nobody is. You just have to keep trying to get to that level. That's what Krishna sees. Your effort, your determination, your enthusiasm. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop that enthusiasm. Nobody can stop your determination. There's only one person who can stop it. You. You're the only one that can stop it. Nothing else can stop it. Nobody can tell me I can't be enthusiastic at my age. I hear that a lot. I'm 73 years old. And people are saying, you're not supposed to be like that at 73. What am I supposed to be like? Everybody, Hare Krishna. That's not who I am. You need to be yourself. Be free to be yourself. Because you are specifically here to serve a purpose of serving Krishna in your particular way. He's given you skills. He's given you abilities that only you have. And that's what you use to serve Krishna. You use whatever abilities and things you can do. Whatever you can do, you do it for Krishna. Isn't that simple? And what do we do? We chant Hare Krishna. Let's all be happy and chant Hare Krishna. Now, these two young brahmacharis, they want everyone to stand up.
I have two questions before that.
Oh.
I'll ask two questions, then we'll start.
Okay.
My question is mine. It's okay. Okay, everybody can hear. So since many years, I had these two questions.
You've been saving them for me. I feel special every time.
Thank you. So, first question is that we say this Sankirtan movement. This movement is Sankirtan movement.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep focusing on, are you chanting your japa? Is your japa done? We don't ask, are you been in Sankirtan today? Have you went to Sankirtan last month?
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask.
Right.
We keep about our japa only. But this movement is called Sankirtan movement. Why?
Why? Why is it for Sankirtan, or why do we stress japa?
I mean to say that is japa more important or Sankirtan is more important? Otherwise, this
They
movement
are
would
both Sankirtan. Like there's a story. There was a devotee who came to the Gaur Purnim festival very early on, before the festival started. And that's a festival that was started in 73 or 74, 1973, 74. And everybody was doing service when they arrived because we weren't ready. They weren't ready for all the devotees to show up. And this one devotee said, I'm just going to go down to the Ganges and chant. And the temple commander became very agitated by this. He's going to go chant Hare Krishna. We all want to chant Hare Krishna, but he's going to go chant Hare Krishna. I'm cleaning this, I'm painting this, I'm doing this. He should be doing it. He went to Prabhupada upset and said, Prabhupada, he won't do any service. He came here and he won't do service. And Prabhupada says, oh, you think chanting Hare Krishna is not service? And the devotee felt like this big. He's like, ooh, yeah, okay. So chanting Hare Krishna is the important service, whether it be this way, which is personal, which is important, because that builds the strength to go out and do the other. Some people can just do the other, but they don't have the bhakti coming out of them because they didn't do this part. So you get your strength. It's like building a beautiful 15-story building and leaving out the bottom floor. Right? Like, you got to put the foundation in, boys and girls. You can't just go and be blissful like this because it's probably not real. You get that reality when you chant his name one-on-one, and then Krishna says, okay, now go do something. Now go preach. How are you going to preach? You're going to distribute prashadam, you're going to distribute books, you're going to distribute the holy name, or you're going to do all three. Even better. So there's not one is better, but they go together. Very, very important. Whenever I'm in a position of leading a Harinam, and I have a certain number of devotees with me, I always stress japa to them. Like when I was in Mayapur, I had a japa. I chanted japa in the courtyard, and you saw. And I get all the devotees from my Harinam and invited everyone to come chant with me. And I would make sure, no phones, and everyone just chants japa. And then in the afternoon we would do Harinam, and there was so much potency there, because we're all fired up from chanting good japa. So you have to chant nice rounds. It's part of it. Don't let things get in the way of your rounds. I was talking to you in the car about this. It's very important. This japa is very, very important. It's our foundation. Prabhupada chanted at least 16 rounds every day. He's a pure devotee. Does he need to do that? No. But he was showing by example. We all should chant 16 rounds. It's not like, well, you've been a devotee now for 50 years. You don't need to chant anymore. No. Prabhupada's a pure devotee and he's chanting. So don't minimize the japa. Put them together with the Harinam. That's what I tried to
I understood.
Yes.
The question was more specific about why the word Sankirtan came more importantly. I
Sankirtan.
understood you
Yeah.
told, because when we build ourselves, then we go and preach. So
Yeah.
that's the movement.
Right.
Got it. I got
Yeah,
it. Got
yeah.
the answer.
And as far as the Harinam part, Srila Prabhupada said, close the temples, but don't give up street Sankirtan. That's what he said. I'm just repeating it. There was a devotee who was running the BBT press, and he started falling behind with his rounds and things like that. And Prabhupada said, just stop. Stop printing the books, stop the temple, close the temple, do your japa and go on Harinam. Most important. So, what's your second question?
Thank you.
Yeah.
My second question. Yeah. Okay. So my second question is that we tell that we should not hear the holy name when it is chanted from some non-devotee, because it's like Prabhupada says that this is like milk touched by serpent is poisonous.
Yes.
We are not devotees, we are chanting ourselves, our japa will not be pure. So when we are hearing our own japa, is it good or we should not? I mean to hear with Srila Prabhupada. Put on Prabhupada's voice.
That's nice, but even Prabhupada said, don't listen to me, listen to yourself, because you're the one chanting, so you should hear your mantras. I've been in temples where in japa, they're playing Prabhupada like really loud. And Prabhupada didn't chant loud, by the way. When he chanted, it was like, you really couldn't even discern what he was saying, couldn't understand it. For the tapes that you hear on YouTube of Srila Prabhupada chanting, he did that for a reason. That wasn't how he chanted japa. Okay, he chanted his way, but that's fine. What was your question again?
So, if we are chanting, we are not devotees.
Right. Okay. All right. I got it. I remember now. So no, we're not pure devotees, but we are aspiring devotees, and the effort that we are putting is what Krishna is seeing. He knows. Your spiritual master knows. He knows you're not pure yet, but you're trying to become that. So your chanting is accepted on that way. But we should still be endeavoring, not surrender to, okay, I chant lousy, so what? That's just who I am. We should always be trying to be better and better as a devotee, to improve our japa. And take account of what you're doing. At the end of the day, did you chant good rounds? Ask yourself. You don't have to let somebody else tell you or ask you if you're doing good. You know. Did you chant good rounds today? Are you chanting today? Did you avoid it? Did you do it as a job, like something just have to get done? Or did you do it because you absolutely love that association, that little one-on-one time with Krishna? And that's what it is. It's one-on-one time. It's just you and Krishna. It's so special you get to do that. And Harinam is not about the one-on-one time. Harinam is about, I want to give Krishna's name to everybody. And that's why Lord Chaitanya always stressed loud chanting. Because the louder you chant, the more people hear. The more souls are becoming affected some way or another by that chanting. I've been blessed with a loud voice. And I always thought, why am I so loud? Everybody else is so loud. I'm meant to do Harinam. That's what it is. Because everybody will sing it this, and I get the mic and I'm like that. Because I want people to hear. So Krishna gave me a loud voice. Says, now do Harinam with it, or else, I'll take my voice away from me. So it's very important to chant good rounds. Number one. That's why we do it first thing in the morning. We don't wake up and do Harinam. We wake up and do our rounds. You get that in, that's the foundation of your spiritual day. And then if you get the opportunity to do Harinam or Prasadam distribution or book distribution or whatever it is so you can do, you do it. Okay? All right. No more questions. You wanted to ask? What time should I finish?
What time?
You gotta tell me.
Ask others.
What time should we finish tonight? Everybody waiting for
Nine.
Maybe. Maybe 8:45.
8:45.
Okay, 8:45. Okay, hold on. Another 15 minutes. So, we're going to conclude with Lord Chaitanya's favorite kirtan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never sat down for kirtan. If you get a chance to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, they're always madly, wildly dancing. Lord Chaitanya would hear kirtan, immediately starts dancing. Doesn't matter where he is, he starts dancing. So Lord Chaitanya never sat down. He stood up. So we are Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan movement. We're all going to stand up and chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hold on. Can you play the
Door open. Door open. Window. Window open.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
I'm going to do one more story. Keep playing, please. Slowly.
26th Avenue. They're all hippies. They're all on drugs. Let's be honest. Everybody was doing drugs. And when Prabhupada would chant, they got the mood to dance. And they used to dance up. And Prabhupada would sit there and go, he said, no. He says, let me show you how devotees dance. And he introduced his dance that we call the Swami step. Very simple. And he said, if you notice the pictures, Lord Chaitanya and all the devotees have their hands in the air. And they're doing what we call the Swami step. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whoa! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
loud, joyous.
So I was telling you about this Radha Damodar buses that used to travel around America. They'd have like 15 young brahmachari men, a couple of sannyasis, and they would travel and distribute books. And they did their whole program on the bus. So they would have Mangalartik, Guru Puja class on the bus. Now, as you know, buses are not very high ceilings. Most of them are like 6 foot something. I'm 6 foot something. So if I were to be on this bus, I couldn't raise my hands. So the devotees couldn't raise their hands. They couldn't jump. It's Most Americans are like 6 foot tall anyway, so if they jump, they their heads. So they didn't jump. They learned. You don't jump in the bus. So in the 1960s and 70s in America, there was a dance going around. Very famous dance in America called the twist. Did you ever hear of the twist? It's called the twist. And it goes like this. Now, Srila Prabhupada arrived in Chicago in 1975. And all the buses came to see him in Chicago. During Guru Puja, it got very, very ecstatic. And all the brahmacharis, 65 of them, started doing the twist. Nobody put their hands up. Nobody did the Swami step. Nobody jumped. They all were going. Now, I can't even imagine what Prabhupada was thinking. Maybe I can try to think this. I'm going to get all of you to do the twist. I'm serious. Do you understand what you're going to do now? It's called the twist. Let's go, the twist. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. To Tamal Krishna Goswami, he said, "What are they doing?" And Tamal said, "Well, Srila Prabhupada, he explained, the bus, you can't jump, and that's it." And Prabhupada said, "Tell them to stop, so you can all stop doing that." That was so bad. He was really bad. I wish somebody had videoed that. We could blackmail with it later. I'm Ritesh. Remember when? Okay, one more minute. Everyone take a deep breath. This is like the last lap of the race. We're gonna get this right. We're gonna put everything we have to hit the finish line, which is in 1 minute. You ready?
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. So we're in Los Angeles. This is the last story for you. And the devotees are still early in the movement, going in and out. And they're still just doing the Swami step. Everyone does the Swami step. It doesn't matter how ecstatic the kirtan is. Everyone's just doing the Swami step. So there was this big program, and Srila Prabhupada was there. And after the fire sacrifice, there was a big stage. Prabhupada asked one of the devotees, Vishnu Swami, to lead a kirtan. He started to lead this amazing kirtan. And Prabhupada came off of the stage and joined the devotees. And the kirtans were so ecstatic. And Prabhupada started jumping up and down. The devotees had never seen anybody, let alone their spiritual master, jump up and down in kirtan. And they were shocked. Is that really? Prabhupada's jumping up and down. He's jumping up and down. I guess we're allowed to jump up and down. It must be okay. Prabhupada's doing it. So one of the devotees ran to the phone. There's no cell phones, remember. He ran to the phone on the wall, and he called up New York. Brahmananda answered the phone. He says, Brahmananda, guess what? What? Prabhupada's jumping up and down in kirtan. What do you mean? He's jumping up and down in the kirtan. What? You can jump up and down in kirtan? Yes! Prabhupada's doing it. He's jumping up and down in kirtan. Wow. It's amazing. Brahmananda called San Francisco. They called Boston. And then every single kirtan after that, devotees started jumping up and down. Of course, some. And when the kirtan got going, that wasn't enough. They needed more. They wanted to jump up and down. They wanted to express their excitement at the opportunity of chanting Hare Krishna. So now, you don't have to just do the Swami step. You definitely shouldn't do the twist. Ever again. And you can jump up and down in kirtan. You also don't want to dance like those original devotees. That's a little weird. But you can express your ecstasy by jumping, by chanting, by raising your hands, by doing any kind of line dance that you want to do, whatever it is. Express your genuine feelings and emotion through the holy name. Let it guide you. Let it take you somewhere special. Because it's there for that reason. Krishna has given himself in the holy name for that reason. To take us out of the material world. To take us out of material consciousness. And firmly fix us in spiritual thoughts only. And that is the goal of our human life. To simply think about Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai. Harinama Sankirtana ki Jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gora Hare Hare Bol.
His Grace Jivanath ki Kantha Vishnu Priya Mataji ki Jai. So, how many of you would like if Srila Prabhupada, His Grace Jivanath Prabhu would be here for another evening?